This dense lemon pound cake with a creamy icing on top makes it wonderful. You're not gonna wanna miss this. Welcome to our kitchen and Keto with Kenny. So today we're doing some lemon pound cake. I'm just craving a little bit of sweet tart taste and wanted to whip something up easy that I could just slice and maybe have for a little bit of breakfast, a little snack, a little dessert. It's very versatile. So here's our ingredients. There's not a lot. And it's fairly easy to put this together because there's not a lot of extra that you've got to do. This is fairly, like I said, a fairly simple recipe that we can do. So we're going to start off with a cup of cream cheese and 6 tablespoons of butter. I've already got that all measured out, made a little easy there. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of our sweetener, our sugar-free sweetener. So I've chose to use the granular because I want it to have that sweetness, especially as we add that lemon juice, maybe a little lemon zest and extract. So we're just gonna put this together. We're gonna cream this in together. And then we're going to get our dry ingredients going. And I've already weighed out our almond flour and our coconut flour. We're using both because they work together really well in giving it that dense that we're looking for in our cake. You can use a hand mixer or a food processor if you're looking to do something different. I like using the whisk. I really do. I like just the feel of the bowl, the mixture in my hands. So totally up to you. Just gonna go for a little while. This also, with a little bit of vanilla, is a great buttercream cheese icing. We've got that mixed there. So we're gonna go ahead and take our eggs. I've left our eggs out at room temperature. We've got 6 of them, so we're gonna see how easily we can get those all cracked in without any shells. It's always a challenge for me for the shells. So if you've got a great idea or a trick that keeps it shell-less, let me know in the comments below. Halfway there. I already started the oven at 350 so that it'll be ready when we are ready to put it in. So there we are, and I'm just going to take a little bit of time and mix these together before I add the lemon juice. Now we like to take our lemons and juice them up and then freeze them into little ice trays so that we can have them whenever we want. And like I said, there's our oven letting us know it is ready for us. So we just got to get this all mixed up together. Add our dry ingredients. I went ahead and pre-prepped a loaf pan with a little bit of parchment paper. You can use some butter or grease it in, but I like the parchment paper because it just pulls out so much easier and you've got it all in together. So here we are with our eggs, and see how well we've got that all together at a nice consistent batch. We're gonna go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of lemon, straight juice with the pulp. We're gonna mix that together as well. We'll have our wet ingredient there. I can smell the lemon. This is gonna be good. So we're gonna set that to the side, and I have taken and added our 2.5 cups of almond flour and 1/2 cup of the coconut flour already in together. Grab a fork. Whisk that together. We're gonna add our baking powder in there as well. Make sure, yeah, baking powder, and then we're gonna do our little lemon zest. So what I did is I took a lemon that we didn't have juiced, and I froze it because it's so much easier to get the zest off together when it's frozen, and then you just thaw it out and you can juice it again. It's ready to go. So we've got our flours mixed. We're gonna take our baking powder and 1 tablespoon. Make sure you've got fresh baking powder because if it's been sitting in the cupboard for a while, it's not gonna do what you need to, especially as we're doing keto and won't have any of the gluten regular flour provides. So you wanna make sure it's fresh. Mix that in together there. All right, so we've got our 2 ingredients ready. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just take that lemon and put a little lemon zest right there into our there we are. I'll just go ahead and put that in there. If you don't have lemons for zesting, say you didn't keep any of the lemon peel, you can use a lemon extract for it too. That's going to help as well. We're going to use lemon extract for our glaze later on. So now we're going to go ahead and just mix these in two together, getting our batter ready. All mixed up. Let's this out real quick for you, and then I'll show you our mixing. Get that consistency together as well, making it a little bit thicker. Every bit mixed in. There we are. And I made 2 of them, just in case, you never know. And it does look like we're gonna be able to do that. My pans are a little smaller, so we're gonna take and just grab, got it right there. There we are. Like I said, we're just gonna put half of it in this one, half in this one. We're gonna cook it, like I said, we have it at 350, and we're going to cook it for about an hour. So we want the edges to be nice and brown, and like I said, it is a dense cake. So it's gonna take a little bit longer for it to cook. And that's what we want to make sure that it gets nice and cooked all the way through, because we don't want raw in the middle, but we definitely don't want to overcook it on the sides either. So we've got that parchment paper giving us a little bit of protection there for just in case. Like I said, right at 60 minutes, we're gonna just squeeze there. And there's one. This one all nice and pretty on top. And 2. So we'll place these in the oven. 60 minutes later, we'll pull them out, put a little glaze on, sample it, and see how it does. And just like that, our lemon pound cake is ready to come out of the oven. Let's see how we did. There's one. We'll slide that there. We'll get the second one out. Oops. And 2, look at that. We'll close our oven there. And we're going to let them sit and rest. So we're gonna go and pull them completely out of the pan. And do a little unwrapping there. Look at that, beautiful on those sides. Wonderful looking. We'll grab the second one, let them rest. And while they're resting, we're gonna go ahead and work on our glaze to go on top. So we're gonna scoot these. We're just gonna set these right back over here. Let those cool. So we've got a half cup of sweetener, a tablespoon of butter. We've got our lemon extract, because I didn't realize I was gonna have enough lemon zest, but we've got some great lemon zest. We've got our half cup of sweetener. We're gonna mix this all in together and just create a wonderful glaze. So we're gonna go and use all of that. Since I didn't get as much in there as I wanted on our actual lemon pound cake, so we're gonna just mix it in to our icing on top to really give that zesty lemon flair. And it says a tablespoon is what I've got written down, but since we added our own zest, we're going to go a quarter of a teaspoon. Excuse me, it says a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. A quarter of a teaspoon. Tablespoon, that'd be really zesty. You don't know that we can handle that. To definitely do that. I can almost feel my glands doing that anyway. So we got our butter, and I did put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, just so that it's room temperature, melted, nice and easy. We're just gonna add our sweetener, and then we are going to add 2 teaspoons of water. So I've only got my tablespoon right here, so we're only gonna go 2/3 of the way with just enough water. There we are. Sometimes you have to improvise, right? And we might add just a little more water, because our glaze is not much of a glaze. It's more of a clump curd, which would be great if we were making a lemon curd, but we're not. So I'm gonna add just a splash bit more water. There we go. And as we spread this on top, it's just gonna melt down the sides because it's a little warm, but looks great. Smells wonderful. I could definitely smell that lemon zest. So glad that I took the time to really get that zested and all cleaned up out of my... And there we are, nice and set. Let's bring our lemon pound cake back over. I'm gonna grab a plate so that we can just place it right up on top. Sorry for all the ruckus. We're just gonna go ahead and lift it right off. It's still warm. Oh, nice. We'll slide this guy off for later. Here's what he looks like without any. We're just gonna take a knife, take half of our lemon icing and just going to place it on top. I'm just going to let it spread, and since it, like I said, it is warm, it's just going to find its way all around. Set that to the side as well. There's what we've got, finished product. You can see how it's actually starting to move along. So let's give it a slice up, give it a taste. Grab us a fork here, or crack our knife. We'll just cut one of the ends off right here. I gotta make sure I get enough of that lemon icing glaze there on top. Oh, look at that crumbly, beautiful. I'm just gonna eat it right here off the plate, but I want you to see that texture. I did go a full 60 minutes in it. It might be able to go a little bit longer. Just kind of depends on your oven. Mine was cooking really well on the top. I probably should have turned it down just a little bit, maybe about 340, 330, and cooked a little bit longer, but it looks really delicious. So let's give it a try. I'll just slice off there. It has that full lemon pound cake taste, mouthfeel. You're not going to know that this is keto, that this is gluten-free, that this is keeping you in a low insulin level, because your sugar is not going to be spiked from this because there is no sugar in it. 5 grams of carbs in a larger one. So I've got 2 loaves. My recipe that I had calculated and set, I was putting in a much larger. So we're probably looking right at about 3 grams of carbs per single slice in this, which is delicious and wonderful. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, get notified. That way you know when we get something coming along that might be to your fancy. Who knows, what's next may be what your go-to craving. Here's to health and happiness.